सर नमस्ते।
नमस्कार। नमस्कार।
मैं सतीश सिन्नरकर, एडिटर एंड पब्लिशर ऑफ इंडियन इलेक्ट्रिकल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर एंड ट्रेडर फॉर लास्ट 25 इयर्स, और आज आपके साथ में बातचीत करने का मौका मुझे मिला है। तो इसमें दो पार्ट में मैं आपसे बात करना चाहता हूँ। एक तो बिजनेस की बात बाद में करेंगे, लेकिन पहले हम ये बताना चाहते हैं कि मदन दोडेजा आदमी कब मुंबई में आए। उन्होंने मतलब ये 47 के बाद में ही हुआ है आपका जन्म, तो शायद मुंबई में हुआ होगा। तो ये ऐसे मुंबई में कैसे आए, आपके पेरेंट्स क्यों आए, और किस तरह से आपका बचपन, एजुकेशन ये बीता, और ये करते समय आपको क्या किस तरह के इंस्पिरेशन मिले कि भाई अपने को कुछ करना चाहिए, बिजनेस करना चाहिए। इस तरह से थोड़ा अपने पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में थोड़ा आप बताइए।
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I feel grateful that you have come to discuss about my life history. So my parents' birthplace was before partition in Pakistan. So in this partition they migrated to Bombay. But they got married in Bombay. They did not knew each other. They got married in Bombay. Their birthplace was Karachi. And my birth is also in Bombay at Ghatkopar Rajawadi Hospital in the year 1953. So, naturally, my grandparents went through a lot of challenges. But one core thing which I have experienced in my life is from my grandparents and from my elders is that everybody was committed to education, hard work, academic growth, and honesty. It was unfortunate that I lost my father when I was around 10-12 years.
Oh.
My mother became a widow at the age of 27 with 5 siblings, with 5 children. And it was really a tough time for her to bring us up. By that time, the family was scattered. My mother was alone in bringing us up.
Where you were staying?
Ghatkopar. It was the place which was built by my grandparents, and we had a small house in that, a roof over there. But my mother, I think it was the culture at that time to never give up, and she was a fighter, and she really worked hard in other people's house, whether it was making food for them or doing small errands, just to see that her children have a normal living. She was uneducated, so she wanted us to go have a proper education, and she worked hard to see that we were able to go to the right school, and our education, all of 5 brothers, 2 brothers and 3 sisters, education was in Ghatkopar at Fatima School.
That must be 1960.
Absolutely, it was in 60s, and it was really tough for her. And as the eldest son, the only thing which was there in my mind, how can I make my mother happy? Because she was always in tears because of various challenges to bring 5 children. And it is not easy today. In today's time, we cannot imagine such situations, but she was a fighter. And every time I thought about anything, it was, how can I bring a smile to my mother's face? What all I should do? How can I support her? And this is the way my childhood grew, in doing small errands to make my mother feel positive and happy about me. And probably that became my nature, because then every person I touched, I wanted to bring a smile on that person's feeling. And that is the way my nature became, that everywhere, wherever there was an opportunity, I do something out of my way or to his delight, to see that he feels positive and happy about me. And that became my personality.
Education, how?
So at that time there was schools were till SSC 11th standard. And Friday my exams were over. My mother took me to one of her relative with a request, please can you give my son some job so that we have something to eat. Please help us. So my relative had taken me, my mother's relative had taken me to her brother, and that person said, he is underage, I cannot employ him. But there were tears in my mother's eyes, and with her looking at her plead, the person said, okay, I will give him a job. So I got a job from the next day. Friday was the SSC exam last day, and from Saturday I got a job, and I started working from the next day, Saturday. And the journey of
What was that job?
Job was of a peon at 165 rupees.
Okay.
You are asking me, so I have to be truthful that this life is not a picnic. It has you need to have a very strong purpose. So I must tell you, Mr. Satish ji, that my senior peon, Ashok Kadam, who trained me, what does, if the boss presses one bell, what you should do, presses two bells, what you should do, how you should attend when he presses three bells. He gave me that training. And today, because I think that is in my nature, he's working at Vashi.
Oh, he's working at Vashi.
Yeah, Ashok Kadam, he's working at Vashi. When I said that people with whom I get connected, get connected from my heart.
He must be of your age only.
Yes. But I still, when I look at him, I treat him as my boss. I don't treat him as doing some activity.
So further education was not there?
So I went to the morning college,
Achha.
MMK. I went to the morning college, MMK Commerce, and fortunately, in the meantime, this company where I started working is Finolex.
Oh.
Finolex at that time was starting to grow. Their turnover was not even in thousands. But I got an opportunity to be part of that journey. So from a peon, I got opportunities because my senior is absent today. So somebody has to do that job.
Correct.
And I would do that job. I would do that job, and my boss used to tell me, can you do this? Oh my God, why don't you do this always? Why don't you do this? And I was always ready to explore new opportunities. And I got these opportunities when my bosses went on leave, or they were absent, or they were not there. And I used to do that job, I used to do that job, and I used to do that job. And I am a salesman by accident. I never thought that I would like my career to be a salesman. But then I got an opportunity by accident to become a salesman.
In the Finolex only?
In Finolex only. And then I started going to customers. Hard work was always there in my nature. I never believed in shortcuts. So 160 rupees, I used to come and give it to my mother. She used to give me 1 rupee per day. I have to go to the college in the morning, and then full day I have to travel. and I have to manage my lunch, everything in that. In the evening, I used to also, in the initial part, give some tuitions to second standard, third standard children, just to see that my mother is feeling comfortable. And this continued for few years. Then I started working as a salesman, and I kept on growing in the organization. Kept on growing.
How many years you worked in Pinolex?
I worked from 1970 to 81, 11 years.
11 years.
And in 11 years, I became the head of the sales department.
Oh.
So at a very young age, I had a large team and to work, and I felt that I am only signing papers now. I have achieved here. This is the ultimate. After this, it is only owners who are running the show. As far as an organization head is concerned, I had already achieved that level of success in that Pinolex organization, from a peon to the head of sales. It was a great achievement for me. I think I am blessed, and nature has given me more than I deserve. So, and I realized, okay, if in 30 days, 8 hours per day, 240 hours, my boss is giving me this compensation, why don't I try something on my own? So when I told my boss, he always treated me like his son. So when I told my boss I want to start something, he was upset with me. And believe me, for next 8 years, he did not speak with me.
Oh.
But I made a resolution, because he felt that I know so much about cable that I may work against the company who has given me the real birth in this business environment. माँ बाप ने तो मेरे को जन्म दिया, लेकिन ये जीना कैसे सिखाया, जीना कैसे चाहिए, वो तो मुझे इंस्पिरेशन फिनोलेक्स के बॉस से मिला, मिस्टर पीपी छाबरिया। For the next 8 years, I did not touch cables. I convinced myself, if I am a good salesman, I should be able to sell anything, but I must not misuse the knowledge which was given to me to grow that company. And I forgot about cables. That is why I started my career as a switchgear person.
Achha.
So,
but then how this Vashi name came?
I will come.
Okay.
So this switchgear, so I started because I was traveling all over the country, and at that time there were states where there was lot of power cut, 100% power cut, like UP, West Bengal, Kerala. There was no power and everything was rationing. So the Siemens, L&T products were rationed and given to all these states, but these states, because they did not have power, they did not have business also. I used to go there and I knew on what date their allocation will come. I used to take all that material and bring it to Bombay. I used to work for next 2 years. I worked as a courier, going to Calcutta, going to Kanpur, going to Kerala, get all this product and sell at Lower Chal. So sitting without any office, I used to really sell very huge quantity of MK1 DOL. And this gentleman, Mr. Mohan Jangyani of Macroma, he somehow trusted me and my brother. So we wanted, when I left Pinolex, I got gratuity of only 24,000 rupees. And ours was a growing family. Whatever salary was coming was already getting consumed. So there was no saving anything. And this 24,000 rupees was not enough. So we wanted to buy a small office. So I asked one of my friends what I should do about getting this office. He said, I will give you an order. You get me that material, I will give you cash payment. You go to the builder, make that payment and buy that small office. I said, it's a good idea. And this Mohan Jangyani of Macroma believed in me and he gave me 1,25,000 at that time, material on credit.
On credit, okay.
And this material I took to this gentleman. He is my very good friend. And I gave this material, took the payment, paid to the builder 1,19,000 rupees and took an office at Andheri East and had a place to work.
That was in 1980.
1981.
81.
I got an office, and from there the journey. So traditionally, my parents, my grandparents were the brand name or the company name was Western. So we had Western Electric House. So this is the way I started going to places, buying material from where there is no demand, where there is demand, and make a living out of it and moving forward. The first agency I got in such a process was of Crompton. And in Crompton, I was able to take them to new customers. My life has been of a volunteer. Many a times I really don't know much about the product, but I am ready to walk with my principals and take them to the customer, potential customer, understand how they communicate, absorb that learning, and I can do similar activities at multiple other places, and this is how my bandwidth and my customer base got expanded.
So you didn't have any education, formal education in engineering or electric?
No.
Nothing.
No. Very good question. So when I got Siemens distributorship, channel partnership, they gave it to me only because I agreed to sell number of dual starters, because they said okay, other products are in rationing, only we want dual starters. I said okay, I will make backdoor entry, I will sell dual starters. So in the very first year I got an award for the maximum sales. So I did not knew. So one day I was standing at the counter of my place, and somebody came and asked for a contactor. So when he asked for the contactor, I felt that we don't have it. So my counter guy said, no sir, wait, I will give him. So he went inside, he brought one dual starter box, and he opened the box and he took out a contactor from that dual starter and gave him. At that time I knew, after getting the award, that a starter consists of contactor and relay. So today people think that product knowledge is important. More than product knowledge, your involvement and your commitment to achieve your goal is important. So this is an ideal example. I sold thousands of starters and I did not knew that इसके अंदर contactor relay होता है, that is equal to a starter. My knowledge about business is technical aspect of business is very poor, but my knowledge about how to bring a delightful experience of bringing a smile on my customer face, I think I have that God gift.
So what was the turning point in this business story? How you grew up?
So it was not planned. My first place of work was a garage. From there we bought this small office. So it was not planned. I would not say that there was a 5-year plan or 10-year plan, but that hunger to grow was perpetual, and the sensors were on to look for opportunities. And I would always like to be a differentiator. So if you see my working, I did not start my office at Loarchal. I started at a remote place in Andheri where there was MIDC. Being near the customer. So this was a big differentiator at that time. Everything to buy, somebody has to go to Loarchal. I brought Loarchal to Andheri by having a base over there. So if he wants to buy material, he wants to return material, he wants to service material, we were able to bring that differentiator. Today, every big trader in Loarchal has a remote office in one of the surrounding industrial areas, whether it is New Bombay. We were among the first to go to New Bombay. We were among the first to go to Vashiisl. All the industrial parts, only because we always thought, how can I bring comfort to my customers? How can I bring ease of business to my customers? How can I bring peace of mind to my customers? That was always how to be a differentiator, whether it is at the customer point or also at the principal point. How can I be a differentiator when they are looking at other channel partners? How can I add value? So these were inborn thoughts in my mind, which I used to always probe and come out with better solutions and discuss over there.
Coming back to your personal life, about your wife, your children, how they are now placed.
So I, being the eldest, I always thought, okay, in our type of families, I did not want to take a chance. So I got, with grace of God, with the support of my other family members, I proposed that we get our two sisters, my two younger sisters, married first. And they got married. And then I was fortunate to get married. And things were on the rise. We went to a better house to stay. Everything was getting. I had one daughter, and my son, first son was born. And after the son was born, my wife suddenly detected a lump in the breast, and it was malignant.
Oh.
And for the next 5 to 6 years, she was in and out of the hospital, struggling, and life became a big challenge because my son was just growing, and when my son was about 5 to 6 years old, she left us.
Oh.
And then my daughter and son, fortunately my mother was there, my brother, my babi were there, and we all together were able to go through this challenge of life and bring up our children. Then in the year, I think about after 7-8 years, there were some certain incidences in my circle where I got an opportunity to marry again. So I married again, and I adopted my wife's son, and by grace of God and blessing, today my elder daughter is a gold medalist from JJ School of Arts.
Oh.
My first son is a rank holder from SP Jain Family Business Institute, and he's also done his chartered accountancy. He worked in KPMG before joining Vashi. And my second son did his graduation from Purdue University Purdue University, USA, highly educated, and they are happy. And my daughter has 2 children, my elder son has 2 children, and God is kind, and I feel I am blessed, and every moment I feel grateful. This life is for this karma process. We have to go through this journey.
Yes.
But we have to go through this journey where we create a better future, better karma for the future. And I am blessed and grateful that I have been able to peacefully continue my life with contentment.
Sir, I will just ask one question, last question about this, your journey. It's a great inspiration for so many people, young people. After this, our culture is very rich, Indian culture, Hindu culture. So what are your views about preservation or promotion of these cultural values? And next comes the spirituality, that you are a spiritual person now. So what views you would like to express about culture and spirituality?
So I, at a very early age, because at the moment, presently we live in a joint family, my brother, his family, my children, and all of us together, work together. So I have always believed in 3S formula in a family. 3S formula which I have described is sacrifice, sharing and supporting. It is unconditional.
Mm.
Who does what is not important.
Mm.
And everybody is part of this union. So there is an unconditional sacrifice, there is an unconditional support and unconditional sharing. And till date, we have maintained that type of value system in our family. Though my daughter-in-laws are there, I think रिश्ते खून से नहीं बनते हैं, भाव से बनते हैं। भाव से स्वभाव बनता है और स्वभाव से कर्म बनते हैं और कर्म से वापस रिश्ते बनते हैं। And I believe in this value system. Even in our organization, I have always believed in certain value systems like equality, like respect for all, opportunities for all. Success is not the monopoly of rich people. Success is the birthright of every person born on this planet. He should be given all opportunities and a platform to grow his academics and succeed in his life so that he feels valuable and he gives back to the society.
Yes, that is Karma Yoga. So
I have believed in all this value system, and the organization Vashi, which we have built, is with this philosophy in mind. With philosophy that we create a platform of learning and growing people, and in their growth we see in people's growth we see our organization growth. So it is unconditional. So we believe in transparency. Even if a person is working for 30 days, he has an access to all the documents. We are not worried that if we share the information, he may misuse it. It is his call. We should not worried about that. We should be worried of reaching more people and serving more people. And that is the way our organization has been built on a very strong foundation.
That is the reason it has grown.
Yes. Because you trust everybody. Trust is like pregnancy. It has to be 100%. I cannot say conditional trust. It is pregnant or not pregnant. Trust or not trust. We trust unconditionally every person so that he feels part of the union and he commits himself to the growth, to his personal growth. In fact, I many a times tell my HR that you must see what are his personal aspirations. Then his personal aspiration should get aligned to the company's aspiration, that his success will be faster. But if you give him some work which he is not aspiring, he is not interested, he may be frustrated and he may leave the organization. We do many unique activities for our organization people. Today's generation, parents have either maximum one child, and this child has never been told no in their life. And here, if suddenly he comes to our organization and his class is taken, you must achieve targets, you must do this, bring these results, he may get upset because he has not heard this type of language earlier. So what I do is, we go very slow with these people, and within 6 months of their confirmation, when the confirmation is there, we have a session with their parents. We have a lunch meeting with them, so that they also realize what value system their children are being taught over here. What happens then is the parents become Vashi advocates, because this guy, if he is upset with one of the managers and goes and says, I don't want to work here, the mother and father will advocate. We have met your people. They are, whatever they are saying, it is for your interest and growth. And this is how our relationship and bonding becomes stronger and stronger.
Sir, I know that you are involved in so many social activities, supporting, as you said, the example of your people in Bhiwandi. So what is the inspiration? How you thought that I should do something for the society?
So man is made out of circumstances. I think I come from a deprived society, as my childhood was full of things which normally a child would aspire, but it's not possible. My books were sponsored by somebody, my shoes were sponsored by somebody, my dress was sponsored by somebody. So when I have seen these challenges and I've seen success in my life, that is why I again say success is not the monopoly of rich people. Every person should aspire to make a name for himself, and life is to serve, life is to give, life is not to hoard, life is not to keep back. So very early in my age, I started, though it was not official, at Vashi Electric. I think my first CSR activity which I would like to share was of making a trauma center at Sign Hospital.
Oh.
And this was inaugurated by our then Chief Minister Manoj Joshi. Manoj Joshi was Chief Minister at that time. And he inaugurated this trauma hospital, trauma ward. There also, today also you go, you will find the big plaque of Dodeja Trust over there. So that has been, giving back to the society has been part of the family dharma. I wouldn't say it is I got it from my elders. So that legacy has continued. And at given every opportunity, I don't try to hesitate. Today we have a full-fledged CSR team. My daughter-in-law is also actively involved. We have managers. We in fact have in our branch managers and key people, we have in their KRA and the budget of spending on CSR every month. They have to go to some such institutes to serve the society. That should be the culture, because we ourselves are in a service industry. If our people are accustomed to serve the society, they will get habituated of serving the customer also. Otherwise, if they are only full day in negotiation stage, that attitude will not serve the purpose.
Okay.
So that is how we try to imbibe values in our activities to see that we pay back to the society.
Any special focus on social aspect?
Yes. So we focus on education and medical treatments. So these are the two, and also education. Education, medical support. I think these are the two areas where we give more maximum priority.
So during this period, do you get some time for leisure or hobbies or traveling?
So somehow I have been able to balance it quite well. In fact, this morning also there was a music teacher who came for me to practice some songs. So this morning also I every day morning go for cycling. I go around the complex on a cycle. I have somebody who comes for stretching exercises. At least every Friday there is a commitment to my wife. We will go for a movie. She comes directly to the movie theater. We have some idli vada, see the movie and come back. So I travel a lot. So everything is balanced. I don't think, if you ask my friends, they will tell you he hardly works. And if you ask my people who work with me, they will tell you that he hardly enjoys. So life is role playing. In every role you do your best. That somebody should feel भाई होता ऐसा, बॉस होता ऐसा, दोस्त हो तो ऐसा. ये जो मल्टीपल रोल्स हमारे धर्म के अनुसार करने पड़ते हैं, उसमें प्रोएक्टिवली आप इतने जुड़ जाओ कि लोग आपको बुला नहीं सके. So that is
आज की यंग जनरेशन के बारे में आपका क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन है और क्या मैसेज देंगे आप?
हमारी यंग जनरेशन हमारे से 10 टाइम्स ज्यादा स्मार्ट है.
आपकी फैमिली की नहीं बात कर रहा हूँ,
नहीं, ओवरऑल. बट क्या है, इनकी प्रायोरिटीज बहुत अलग है, क्योंकि हमारे ऊपर बहुत सारा वेस्टर्न कल्चर का इन्फ्लुएंस है ड्यू टू सोशल मीडिया. तो हम बहुत जल्दी ब्लेम कर सकते हैं. नाउ दैट सोशल मीडिया is overtaking our influence, the family influence on the children. So it is a tug of war. But if the family is today, because of wealth creation or because of any reason, they are busy and left to themselves, bad things can get attracted like infection. तो वायरल इन्फेक्शन के लिए किधर शॉपिंग नहीं करना पड़ता है, हवा से मिल जाता है, सोशल मीडिया के हवा से ये सब गलत चीज मिलती है. लेकिन हमारी इम्यून सिस्टम ऑफ फैमिली मैनेजमेंट इतनी स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए कि बाहर का इन्फ्लुएंस के लिए उनके पास चेकलिस्ट हो कि मुझे क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. पर शायद हमारे इश्यूज तो इंटरनल है. हमने कभी बच्चों को बचपन में मंदिर में लेकर नहीं गए. हम बोलते हैं वो लोग बिजी है, वो लोग आके क्या करेंगे, आके क्या करेंगे, ऐसा वो बच्चा सुनता है. वो बोलता है मेरी माँ ही मेरे को बोलती है आके क्या करेगा, वो तो बहुत छोटा है. तो वो जब बड़ा हो जाता है तो उसके अंदर वो भाव नहीं पैदा होता है. आज मेरे को याद है कि जब हम बच्चे थे तो हम पहले मंदिर में क्यों जाते थे, मैं आपको बताता हूँ. प्रसाद लेने के लिए, प्रसाद खाने के लिए जाते थे. वो आरती होती थी, प्रसाद खाने के लिए. पर पैर चलने लगे मंदिर के तरफ, मूर्ति का दर्शन करने लगे तो वो भाव अंदर से आते गए और वो जुड़ते गए हमारे साथ में कि आज अगर सोमवार है तो ये मंदिर में जाना है, प्रार्थना करना है, गुरुवार है तो इधर जाना है. तो वो हम रिस्ट्रिक्शंस क्रिएट मत करें, हम बच्चों को इन्फ्लुएंस करें अच्छे विचारों के साथ में, अच्छे भाव के साथ में, ताकि उनके ऊपर कम से कम वेस्टर्न इन्फ्लुएंस आए. वेस्टर्न इन्फ्लुएंस के जो एडवांटेजेस है वो हम ले, लेकिन उसके हम गुलाम बन जाए और हम हमारा अस्तित्व खो बैठे, वो गलत है.
सर अभी तो आपकी उम्र तो 100 साल हो जाए, आगे के लिए आपने अपने बारे में क्या सोचा है, क्या करना चाहते हैं?
तो सतीश जी क्या है कि मैंने क्या है, आई रिटायर्ड फ्रॉम ए रोल. लाइफ से तो मैं एक ही बार रिटायर होगा. तो मेरे वर्किंग आवर्स कम नहीं हुए हैं. मैं सुबह को 6 से रात को 10 बजे तक काम पे रहता हूँ. तो मेरे वर्किंग आवर्स कम नहीं हुए हैं, लेकिन मेरा रोल चेंज हुआ है. पहले मेरा रोल था कुछ बिजनेस का, अब मेरा बिजनेस के हटके कुछ और सेवा का रोल में मेरा फोकस है. मेरी एक्टिविटीज में मेरे खुद के सेल्फ के लिए मेरे जो वांट्स तो खत्म कर दिए मैंने, तो नीड्स को भी मैं खत्म करते जाता हूं कि मैं मिनिमम किस तरह से मेरा जीवन निकालूं. तो मेरे को कोई पर्सनल कोई एस्पिरेशन नहीं है, लेकिन अच्छे काम करने के लिए मेरे पास समय ही समय है. तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि ये स्किल डेवलपमेंट सेंटर है, मेरे CSR एक्टिविटीज है, और जो अच्छी सेवा की जगहें हैं उधर जाके सेवा करूं, और मेरे लोगों के साथ में मैं बैठ के मेरे नॉलेज के बारे में नॉलेज उनको दूं, उनको इंस्पायर करूं. ऐसे बहुत सारे हमारे कस्टमर्स हैं जो मुझे बुलाते हैं टू गिव द टॉक्स ऑन सर्टेन सब्जेक्ट्स, एंड आई ट्रैवल ऑल अराउंड एंड मीट दिस कस्टमर्स, एंड उधर मैं ये टॉक्स भी करता हूँ.
यू आर ए ग्रेट मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर.
यस, life is to give back. What I will, if I don't share it, if I don't support, I will do nothing. And we are born dependent. Then we become independent. When we are born independent, then we become अकेले आते हैं, फिर हम डिपेंडेंट बनते हैं, फिर हम शादी के लिए इंटरडिपेंडेंट बनते हैं, और फिर वापस इंडिपेंडेंट बनते हैं, फिर अकेले हो जाते हैं. तो ये सर्कल इस तरह से चलते रहता है.
सर ये वाशी इलेक्ट्रिकल से वाशी इंटीग्रेटेड सॉल्यूशन क्यों किया?
तो पहले तो मैं आपको बताऊं कि वेस्टर्न से वाशी कैसे किया.
हाँ.
तो जब वेस्टर्न का हुआ तो सीमेंस का हमने सोचा कि हमने आपको पहले भी बताया कि हमने डीलरशिप के लिए अप्लाई किया. तो समाओ उन लोग ने हमको वेस्टर्न इलेक्ट्रिक हाउस में डीलरशिप दे दिया. तो डीलरशिप दे दिया सतीश जी, तो मार्केट में हंगामा मच गया. ये सब डीलर लोग कंपनी में गए और उन्होंने बोला कि तुम्हें फुटपाथ छाप को अगर तुम एजेंसी दो दोगे तो कल से हम तुम्हारा माल नहीं बेचेंगे. तो मेरे को बुलाया, सुबह को एजेंसी का लेटर दिया, दूसरे दिन सुबह को बुलाया, शुक्रवार का दिन था, बोला कि भैया हम लोग से गलती हो गई है, हमने तुम्हारे बारे में KYC बराबर नहीं किया था, लेकिन बहुत नेगेटिव फीलिंग्स है, तो हम आपका एजेंसी नहीं देंगे। तो मैं तो रो पड़ा उधर साहब के सामने। तो साहब का नाम था PC जैन। तो साहब मैं रो पड़ा। तो बोलता है कि देख बाबा, मैं तेरे को नहीं दे सकता है, बॉम्बे के लिए नहीं दे सकता है, तू और कोई जगह में जाके खोलना चाहता है, पूना और किधर जा सकता है तो कर, लेकिन बॉम्बे में मैं तेरे को नहीं देगा। तो शनिवार का दिन में, तभी न्यू बॉम्बे तड़ीपार था।
अच्छा, हाँ,
लोग तड़ीपार लोग जाते थे
तड़ीपार।
उधर, बाकी कोई न्यू बॉम्बे जाता नहीं था। तो मैं और मेरा ब्रदर न्यू बॉम्बे गए, और तभी सिडको के बिल्डिंग्स थे थोड़े।
हाँ,
तो हमने बोला कि भाई देखते हैं कि इधर कुछ जगह मिल जाए। तो गए, तो उधर एक मोची का दुकान मिल गया। तो उसने बोला कि मैं तुमको भाड़े पे दे देगा। तो उसने बोला 5,000 रुपया भाड़ा लूँगा। मैं बोला चल 5,000 रुपया ले, और तू मेरे को तेरा पेपर दे। और मंडे मॉर्निंग को मैं जैन साहब के ऑफिस में गया। मैं बोला साहब देखो, आपने बोला बॉम्बे में नहीं देंगे, तो मेरे को आप न्यू बॉम्बे में दे दीजिए, वाशी में दे दीजिए। तो बोलता है मैं तेरे को वेस्टर्न के नाम पे नहीं देगा। तो मैंने बोला साहब फिर आप ही बताओ कौन से नाम पे दोगे। वो बोला तू अगर वाशी में गया है तो वाशी का नाम पे खोल। तो जैन साहब ने वाशी इलेक्ट्रिक का नाम बताया, वहां से वाशी इलेक्ट्रिक आज ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड फेमस हो गया। तो आई मस्ट थैंक मिस्टर जैन फॉर चैलेंजिंग मी टू अचीव दिस सक्सेस।
और फिर वाशी इंटीग्रेटेड,
वाशी इंटीग्रेटेड क्यों हो गया? क्योंकि वाशी इलेक्ट्रिक बहुत लिमिटेड नाम था, और हमारा बैंडविड्थ बढ़ते गया। उसमें हम ऑटोमेशन में गए, सोलार में गए, मैकेट्रॉनिक्स में गए, MRO में गए। तो कस्टमर को इलेक्ट्रिक बोलकर बहुत लिमिटेड होता था। तो वी हैड टू रीब्रांड आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। तो इसके लिए वी आर डूइंग सो मेनी इंटीग्रेटेड सॉल्यूशंस टुडे। दैट इज व्हाई वी थॉट टू गेट अ बेटर होराइजन, we should bring Vashi Integrated as a rebranded name of our organization.
Sir, we attended the inauguration of Legrand Zip store. So that idea was fantastic, and so many stores are there. I think they have. So what is the progress in that? And
So,
how I would like to ask a question about our association. How our electrical contractors can benefit out of it?
So I think there are so many, see, one is, this is an experience center. Now, experience center at the level of Legrand involvement is going to give you something new every time. So, what new technologies are coming, what new opportunities are there. When you visit this store and meet our people and see the display, you will get more insights. तो कितने टाइम क्या होता है कि why do we go to exhibitions? Because we want to know what is new happening. So similarly, this is an experience store which keeps on continuously upgrading the product range and the information on an international level. So my suggestion is it will really benefit the electrical contractors, because today on an average 7 to 8 architects with their customers come over there, because they want, the architect want to show what best is possible in the industry.
Oh.
So electrical contractors, there is a very small line between an architect and electrical contractor.
Yes.
We are upgraded contractors come architects. So if you are able to transparently come and share the insights, I think you are bonding with the new customer, because these are all products which are bought when some new house is coming up, and they are all, the customer is also exploring the best possible solutions. So if you are able to bring those customers, I think the electrical contractors brand image in the eyes of the customers will also grow. Because every person will remember कि ये आप मेरे को सही जगह पे लेकर आए, सही जगह पे लेकर आएंगे जिधर आपको नॉलेज मिलेगा, इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगा और सपोर्ट टू अचीव योर पर्सनल गोल्स मिलेगा, तो वो बंदा आपका नाम और नंबर हमेशा याद रखेगा.
Sir, you are the one of the biggest distributor in this field. What challenges are regularly being faced?
See,
looking at competition or new entrants?
सतीश जी, मेरा आंसर ये है कि मेरे को मोर देन 55 इयर्स इस इंडस्ट्री में हो गए हैं और मेरे को कभी भी आज तक इसमें रिसेशन नहीं लगा है।
अच्छा,
55 इयर्स में कभी रिसेशन नहीं लगा है। रिसेशन एक व्यापारी आदमी कब बोलता है होता है जब गिराक की फ्लो कम हो जाती है। गिराक की फ्लो कम होने का कारण इनवर्ड बहुत ज्यादा रहता है, उसका रेस्पॉन्स लेवल, उसका चेंजिंग कैपेबिलिटीज विद द टाइम, वो कितना मार्केट सेंट्रिक है, ये सब चीजों से लोग आना बंद कर देते हैं और हमको लगता है रिसेशन है। रिसेशन के बदली में अगर हम सोचे कि हम अपने आप को री इन्वेंट करें, रीलोकेट करें, री इंजीनियरिंग करें, तो हमारा धंधा हमेशा बढ़ते जाएगा। एवरी ईयर as a conscious effort, I used to reinvent our processes, how I can make it more simpler, how I do all the activities which will benefit the customer. There is abundance of demand. India is a land of opportunities. हमारा per capita consumption of every item, if you compare with Europe or America or China, is in decimals. So how can you say there is recession in a hugely populated, highest populated country? There is only opportunities, opportunities and opportunities. We are limiting our mind with stupid excuses of recession. In India, recession cannot happen.
Yes, sir. Sir, this is the centenary year of Electrical Contractor Association of Maharashtra. It was established in 1925 and now we are celebrating the 100th year. The main topic we have taken for the entire year is electrical safety. What role the material, because you are related directly with the material, raw material or the whatever the parts. So quality of that material is more important, most important. Many people talk about it because of substandard material, the accidents are happening. So what is your view about this?
Congratulations on this milestone. It's something extraordinary. It has to be celebrated with lot of pomp and show. I feel the subject you have taken of safety is very important because ultimately safety of our environment, safety of our people should be consciously be part of our DNA. We individually have to be responsible to ensure that we serve the community, to the customers with products which are quality tested, which are if available with green energy are offered, and also products where there is harm to the society are not promoted. And I would like to be part of this I would say yagna.
Yeah.
I would be part of this yagna, and Satish ji, you can count on me to offer my best services to see that we celebrate this.
Because thousands of people are dying every day.
Yes, out of accidents.
Electrocution.
We have to be very conscious ourselves. We cannot everything blame the government, blame the laws. I think the laws and the commitment starts from us. We must make a conscious effort of seeing that we are the differentiators and we are serving the society with the commitment of brotherhood.
Thank you very much.
You.
Very nice. You have so open-heartedly spoken everything.